according to Progressive Grocer, Swedish AI-powered salad bar, 5 words I never thought I would ever hear myself saying out loud. Swedish AI-powered salad bar company, Picadeli and Digimarc Corp, a global provider of digital watermarking technologies, have revealed a strategic partnership to address the increasing problem of retail shrink and food fraud in the fresh and prepared food categories. The partnership integrates Digimarc's advanced digital watermarks into Picadeli's branded packaging, enabling retailers to implement secure, automated product verification and ensure pricing accuracy at self-checkout. These invisible digital watermarks are embedded throughout Picadeli's packaging for protection that's resistant to tampering and ensures that product information remains intact during the self-checkout process, thereby helping retailers reduce price lookup fraud at self-checkout. And this is our second Digimarc sighting this year in the OmniTalk Retail Fast Five. Are you buying or selling invisible barcodes on your salad containers?
My gosh, I am buying and buying and buying this over and over again for a couple of reasons. One, we've heard from grocers who are using this technology right now with the Picadeli invisible barcodes, and they used to experience tons of theft because they would have people putting different things in these to-go salad containers, and they wouldn't know what was in there. And now when they're checking out, they're able to use the lookup code right away to know that that's a salad container or takeout container. It should not weigh the weight of a, let's say, couple of steaks, for example. Yeah.
Right.
And so it gives that indicator to the self-checkout machine or the checkout cashier that there's something that's not right about these things. But second of all, Chris, as somebody who frequents salad bars very often in grocery stores.
You are a salad bar aficionado.
I am. And when we know that, grab and go food, like what you can get from the Picadeli station, is something that we're going to see continue to increase both in grocery stores and in C-store formats. This is just a very simple way for me to just go put my thing on the table and get out of there, which is the point of grab and go food. And this hasn't been something that you can do in a self-serve environment like this. So I think this is brilliant. I think we're going to see a lot more of it. But how do you feel? Are you buying or selling?
Yes. No, I'm buying it. I'm buying it too. I think it's really interesting. I didn't even know about the weight correlation thing that you talked about. Like, I was just thinking about use for unintentional and intentional theft. I also like the consumer side of it too, because whenever I go and get something from the salad bar and want to go through self-checkout, I'm never exactly sure how to pay for it. So if I can just place it there and it knows, that's great. Like, it helps me out. I don't have to figure it all out. I actually had to have somebody help me with this just the other day. Like, I had a container. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Can you come over and help me do it? So, and at the end of the day, like, it saves the retailer more money. It potentially helps them make more money too. So, like, especially in the grocery industry, and I'm all for that whenever those variables at play. So I think this is great. And not only that, but Digimarc has a ton of other, I think use cases that haven't even been explored yet, particularly when you start talking about backroom operations and finding products quicker and faster throughout a store. Like, I don't know, there's a lot to like here. I'm curious to see, where does it continue to expand from here on out?
Yeah, because before we were talking about this with like Walmart's brands, like embedding these into packaging when you're the manufacturer, right? So I think, like you said, like there's so many uses for this that I think we're going to start to see become more common as their use cases and efficiencies increase for grocers who are or other retailers and brands who are investing in the technology. So
yeah, the great thing about Picadeli is it's very easy to implement there, right? But when you start talking about getting all the other brands to label your products throughout a store like this, then it becomes challenging. So, but yes, but there could be a use case there in the long run.